There is a reason why I'm not sitting together. The lighting isn't that bad today. I'd like you to meet someone very special. I'd like you to meet Princess. She is a week old. So we've been doing a lot of feedings today. This is a beanie baby named Midnight. It calms her down. We are using some diapers. So that's what it said on the kitten pamphlet that my vet sent me. Because they actually will not see her at the vet office till she's 3 weeks old. Because if there is something wrong with her, which I don't think so, they actually said they can't give her medication until she's like 3-4 weeks old. So she's only a week old. She'll be 2 weeks old tomorrow. And we've been doing feeds around the clock. I know it didn't look like it, but you can see she does have her eyes open. Some kittens actually open their eyes after a week. It doesn't always take 2 weeks, guys. She is actually a Twilight baby, so I think she's like a cousin to Willow. She is vocal. Very vocal. I actually accidentally woke her up from her nap because I wanted to get on here to talk to you guys at least once this week. I've been doing feeds at every 2 to 3 hours today. My husband is actually going to let me lay down and try to take a nap when he gets home, but I'm not going to be able to take a nap. I'm not tired. I went into Huber's store to get the formula and bottles and syringes that I needed. I got 2 syringes that are very sharp, and I didn't want to use those because of her tongue, but she's doing really good sucking, so I think either tomorrow or Sunday we will probably be switching over to a bottle. Right? She gets 6 milliliters of milk a feeding, and she's doing really good with that. She's a very messy eater. She needs a bath, but I don't want to stress her out too much. She's really nice, really nuzzling, but that's what kittens do. Here. Her next feed is in an hour. I'm usually stopping and getting her feeds in earlier because she's crying out for them. This really calms her down, though. Here you go. Actually, I think she's going to sleep on me again. So yeah, she is staying. I'm not gonna let her go. So I didn't do a lot. So Twilight had her babies, and she had them in this. There's this flower pot that probably got broken, and so my dad put it in the flower bed on its side, just as decoration. And she had them in there, which we kind of lived in there before, but it's been a few years. And when I went over Monday, my dad said earlier that day they were in there. He had heard them, but she's very vocal. I said, there's only one in there. And Dad's like, oh, she's just moving there. She'll come back for it. Well, I went over this morning, and this one was still, yesterday she was screaming. And today she was still screaming. She was still in there by herself screaming. And I could tell she was cold, hungry. And I went inside and I just started crying, saying, she's not going to make it long. And so I kept asking Dave, can I bring her home? Can I bring her home? Yes or no? And he's like, well, for Ariana, is it a male? I'm like, I don't even know what it was. I didn't even know it was a male or female yet at that point. And I finally made a decision. I was like, I'm bringing her home. So my brother had a shoebox in his room that I took out of it, what was in it. I said, just your CD headset. He said, well, where'd you put that? I said, it's on your bed. Find a different place where it's on your bed. And he was like, fine, whatever. And I took her over to my grandma's. My grandma gave me, because I wanted a warm towel. My grandma gave me this. She had put it in the microwave for just a little bit, just to get something warm on her. Okay. Well, you need to be more careful. There's gravity, girl. Here. You know what? That calms you down until you're feeding. Um, here. Here. Um, so we decided, and I took her to Hubers. I took her into Hubers in the shoebox, and I asked her when I came in. The lady was like, I was like, can I bring her in here? She's like, yeah, it's fine. I said, okay, because she's like a week old, and I opened the box to show her how little she was. And then I had dropped my wallet in the parking lot and didn't even notice. This guy came behind me. He's like, I think you dropped this. I'm like, oh, thank you, and grabbed my wallet, and are you hungry again? She probably is getting hungry, guys. So I'm just gonna try to keep this short. So, but Mama never came back for her. She was sitting there, she was sitting in the flower pot again today, screaming. So I was like, okay, she's coming home. So I told David, I said she's home. I sent pictures to my stepmother and my neighbor, who's not home right now, and my husband. And so, yeah, but my husband said he can help with some feeds, so that's good. He's getting home for the next 2 weeks, so that's really nice. He's going to be able to help me. But by the time she's 3 weeks old, she shouldn't need round the clock feeds because they actually start eating soft food at that time. Shuckums. But her name is Princess. Her middle name is Molly. Princess Molly. I was going to go with Alyssa, but Molly, I don't know, she sounds better. So Princess Molly Funk. Here she is. So we've seen her in videos. Coffin is actually okay with her. He did hiss and growl, and while she was sleeping, he did go like this to her. He like tapped her. And I gave him a tap on the head, like, don't do that. I think he was just checking if it's alive or trying to play with her, actually. As he sniffed and looked at her, she was fine. She didn't hiss or growl. And Willow looked at her and sniffed her and didn't hiss or growl either. So she's got 2 little smudges on her nose on each side. No, actually, she doesn't. I thought she did. But it doesn't look like she does. She's a black mark under her chin. I don't think you have a smudgy nose. No, just a pink nose. A cute pink nose. I don't think she has. I thought she had black marks, so she doesn't. It's just a pink nose. Cute pink nose. Okay, guys, I gotta go. She's hungry. She wants to eat, so we're gonna go feed her.